The internet just went crazy after years of hip-hop loyalty, love bars, and matching outfits. And this time, even a remix won't be able to save our lyrical lovebirds. According to exclusive, leaked, possibly hacked sources, Remy is allegedly pregnant. But here's the twist. Papoose demanded a secret DNA test, and believe it or not, the results hit harder than a 2009 diss track. The man who stood 10 toes down through prison bids and bit ciphers is reportedly filing for divorce papers. Already in hand, pen already signed. Fans are crying, fighting, and refreshing TMZ like it's a Super Bowl scoreboard. But how did we get from Black Love to Baby Bomb Show? And what exactly was in that DNA test envelope that made Papoose walk out like a Love and Hip Hop scene finale? The alleged father is none other than Eazy, the block captain. Yes, the same Eazy who was once rumored to be Just Ray's friend. We're talking about Remy Ma, the Bronx-bred rap queen who is currently trending for all the wrong reasons, and her once dedicated husband, Papoose, who reportedly left the house with divorce papers in one hand and a broken heart in the other. But wait, it doesn't end there, because somewhere in this lyrical love story, which began as one of hip-hop's most celebrated love stories, it has now devolved into a twisted tale of betrayal, backstabbing, and baby-sized secrets. Triangle, we have a third player, Eazy the Block, Captain Ray's supposed sidekick turned baby daddy. Yes, the URL battle rapper who has been in Ray's orbit for months is now being thrust directly into the center of this category, 10 Storm. Let's back it up for a moment, but the rumors have been circulating for a while. You may recall those cute pictures of Remy and Eazy on set, or the way they made a little too much eye contact during that Instagram live. Fans joked, sure, but no one anticipated it to go all the way until the very end. People initially dismissed the claim that Remy had been admitted to a private LBG clinic because, well, Roma is pregnant in 2025, so it's not exactly on anyone's bingo card. However, when the blog began publishing pixelated pictures of a woman who looked a lot like Remy being wheeled out the back door of a Manhattan clinic with oversized sunglasses and a suspiciously round stomach, Twitter erupted. This anonymous source will call Nurse Nikki for legal reasons. Let that sink in. Remy's bevy, ours not Papoose, our Eazy trends, explosions theories were a social media battleground until suddenly there was a leak of a DNA test result that was anonymously posted to a Reddit thread called Papoose Had Enough. The document purportedly revealed that the unborn child was not biologically related to Puce. Instead, the name listed under the presumed father was Hezzy Dove, block captain Brew. Papoose deleted his Instagram account, disappeared, and disappeared. Not a story, cryptic quote, or even, let's face it, Papoose has been the face of loyalty for decades. He kept Remy down while she was in jail, turned their love story into a brand, and essentially became the unofficial spokesperson for Stand By Your Woman, no matter what. Imagine the betrayal when the world learned that the same woman he supported was allegedly creeping behind the scenes with the battle rapper. Let's talk motive for a moment. The relationship between Papoose and Ray had been tense for a while. The chemistry seemed off during the last award show, and the smiles were forced. Papoose even missed Ray's birthday party last month, which was initially written off as a scheduling conflict, but in retrospect, it was a warning sign the size of Yankee Stadium. Lately, he has been extremely quiet, has made no denials, made no statements, or even sent a passive-aggressive tweet, which is suspicious because the last time anyone even hinted that he ghost wrote for a woman. It's always the cousin's cousin, who goes live on TikTok and claims that Remy and Eazy were spotted checking into a luxury suite at the Beekman Hotel a few months ago. According to her, they stayed the weekend separately and left $500 to the concierge to keep things discreet. Girl, please, in 2025. The rapper responded with a clapback within 5 minutes, but then there was radio silence. Then came the bombshell live stream. According to insiders, Eazy overheard Rooney asking, "Do you think Pap knows you can't make this stuff up, except we kind of are?" But that's beside the point anyway. Back to Papoose. The man who used to write multi-idyllic oaths to his wife is now reportedly in full lawyer mode. The owner of the baby boutique in Brooklyn has declined to comment, likely in an attempt to avoid being drawn into this mess. When Papoose felt that something was wrong, he hired a private investigator months ago. According to a close source on Facebook, who is unquestionably real and not just someone's uncle, he demanded the DNA test behind Rye's back. When the results were in, he didn't even wait for a conversation. Instead, he packed his bags and dipped. The saddest part, No public goodbye. No, I tried. Just cold silence. And that's how you know it's real. Now fans are divided. Some believe Remy fumbled the only real one in the game, while others say Papoose should have recognized the warning signs. And then there is the group accusing Eazy of being the sidekick who destroyed the royal couple in hip-hop. The memes are harsh, the hashtags are cruel, but the truth is that we still don't know the whole story, which leads us to the point at which the chaos really starts. While Remy tries to keep quiet, Eazy hides in plain sight, and Papoose begins preparing for life without his queen. The public is only growing more hungry, and the tea that is about to be spilled next could destroy the entire industry. To put it bluntly, the internet is in ruins, and Remy is right in the middle of it. The whole hip-hop internet complex, including Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and a war zone, is in ruins, and there are a ton of reactions, theories, and 4-hour breakdowns from channels you didn't even know existed. But the chaos didn't stop with leaked lab results and speculation. Oh no, that was just the beginning. The real drama began when a user on X, formerly Twitter, posted a blurry photo. The timestamp and location match exactly with Nurse Nikki's earlier claims that it was Remy and Eazy seen leaving a prenatal clinic together. The photo was obviously removed 14 minutes later. But guess what? The internet took screenshots of everything, and within an hour, major gossip pages like The Shadow Room and its Hitting Missy Official were reposting, zooming, circling, and enhancing CSI style. And just when we thought it couldn't get any messier, an old direct message thread appeared purportedly between Remy and Eazy, in which Remy states, quote, "We knew this would happen, but I didn't think he'd go through with the test. Fans lost it. Wait, hold on. Remy knew she was pregnant and hoped Papoose wouldn't do the DNA test. What kind of daytime soap opera? No, scratch that. What kind of Netflix documentary is this?" Suddenly, every past interaction between Remy and Eazy was being re-examined, like it was part of a secret mission. That time they hugged for 2 seconds too long was evidence. That interview where Eazy claimed she's of the fans were conducting extensive research. And one TikTok creator even created a timeline from Remy's alleged conception date to her appearance at a New Orleans festival, cross-referencing flight records, Uber trips, and Instagram story timestamps. She may not be employed by the FBI, but TikToks at Messy Mary certainly put them to the test. And what about Clarissa Shields? Yes, you forgot about her, didn't you? Clarissa, who was romantically involved with Papoose only a few weeks ago, is regaining her fame while Ray's pregnancy news dominates the news. This is evident in her shady Instagram story that simply stated, "Some of y'all out here making babies just to stay relevant." Oh no, she didn't, but yes, she did, and fans instantly clocked the sub, and the comments were brutal. Remy isn't throwing uppercuts from outside the ring, so please tag Remy before this is removed. Not only are those jabs vicious, but let's not overlook the most widely shared audio clip to come out of this whole mess. A voicemail purportedly left by Papoose was leaked by an unidentified Remy cousin, who will not be named because, well, this is all completely fake. In the voicemail, Papoose can be heard saying, "I gave you everything. I waited for you while you were locked up, held down your name, gave you a child, and this is how you thank me. With a DNA test that broke my entire soul, I can't even come to terms with this." We haven't even discussed Eazy, the block captain, the purported baby daddy at the center of all this chaos. He isn't talking, posting, battling, or even subweeding. This is a man who drops diss bars over sandwich receipts. But now there is total silence, which made it even stranger when a dubious Facebook user posing as Eazy's cousin's girlfriend posted that he didn't ask for this. We're talking about double betrayal now because he tried to do the right thing for her, but she lied to him too. Excuse me? She lied to him too. It was easy to assume that the baby wasn't his either. Or was he just a contingency plan in case the Papoose situation blew up CSFS? We're officially in scandal inception, a betrayal wrapped in an ultrasound. And let's not forget the biggest twist of all. An alleged hospital staffer from a private clinic in New Jersey said to a blogger, under a false identity, "Extra for privacy, I didn't even know who she was until someone on shift whispered it was Ruma." The man she came in with wasn't the same guy from the previous appointments. He was taller, lighter-skinned, and had a Philly accent. You might as well have said Eazy in all caps. So what are we left with? A marriage on life support, a baby, and a public that's literally foaming at the mouth for the next update. We're not just witnessing a breakup. If you thought things couldn't get any messier, think again. What began as a hush-hush pregnancy rumor has now turned into a PR apocalypse, a legal circus, and a public meltdown of epic proportions. The internet isn't blinking, but buckle up. Because part 3 is when the lawyers appear, the PR teams panic, the endorsements start dropping, and Remy might have to face the harshest consequence of all, being left with nothing. An anonymous courthouse clerk in New York allegedly leaked Papoose's official divorce filing against Remy Mackey on Tuesday morning, citing irreconcilable betrayal and fraudulent paternity. Yes, fraudulent in the sense that you told me this was my baby, but it wasn't. The filing is time-stamped 2 days after the DNA test results were made public online, which means Papoose didn't even blink the moment he received confirmation that the child wasn't his, even though he dipped more quickly than an insider, let's call her legal. Claims that Linda Remy attempted to stop the filing by showing up at Papoose's lawyer's office with a handwritten letter pleading with them to change their mind. But Papoose had already made up his mind. The only words he allegedly sent back were, "I waited 8 years for you, now it's your turn to wait for peace." Hobruto approved pat bars, but Eazy was delivering chilly retaliation, while Papoose, the block captain, was out here trying to play both sides like a chessboard because all of a sudden, a close friend of Eazy told Clubhouse that Eazy is now demanding his own DNA test. You heard that right. After all this mess, Eazy isn't even sure if he's the father. Are we serious right now? According to the source, Eazy feels used and manipulated. He allegedly told them, "If it turns out that baby isn't mine either, I'm done with Remy forever, sir." Months ago, by default, one YouTube commenter wrote, "The only emergency is how fast the lies are catching up to her." In the meantime, Ma has completely disappeared from social media, statements, concerts, and appearances. She reportedly abruptly canceled the planned podcast interview, claiming a family emergency, but her fans weren't buying it. And according to Fate, businesses won't be staying around for this one, but spicy marketing reveals 2 of Ray's current endorsements. We're watching you fumble your bag in 4K, but not everyone is silent because Claudette Ray's own sister went on TikTok Live, teary-eyed and clearly exhausted, to share her side of the story. Her words left fans shaking, and I pleaded with her not to mess this up because Pap loved her more than anything. I saw what he did when she was imprisoned, how he remained faithful, how he turned down record deals just to raise their child, and don't think the public is finished yet. Jar Remy, Jar D exception, lock captain baby. Jar by Black Love. Yes, these are the hashtags trending globally, and fan edits, TikTok reenactments, and even a meme compilation called Ray's Lies in 60 Seconds have already garnered over 4 million views. People are advancing their careers as a result of this scandal, but the icing on the cake is that Ray's ex was the one who crossed the line. Let's talk about the legal risks. There are rumors that Papoose may be pursuing a civil suit for emotional distress, especially if Remy knew the baby wasn't his but still allowed him to believe it was. In New York State, if someone intentionally misleads a partner regarding paternity, they could theoretically be sued for it. Publicist YesX went on a messy podcast and said this on air. She had it all, Pap, her freedom and the legacy, but she couldn't let go of the thrill. Let that sink in. Remy might lose her husband, her baby daddy, her reputation, and her money if they had just talked. The irony is that all of this drama could have been avoided if they had just spoken, but now we're in too deep. Too many leaks. Too many people, eager to profit from every bit of this scandal, and guess who's still quiet? Clarissa Shields. Yes, she's still lurking in the background like a silent assassin, and every now and then she posts something cryptic like, "Silence hits harder than lies, ma'am. The entire thing with your chest," but she refuses to do so, allowing Remy to drown in her own mess and relishing every moment of it. Meanwhile, rumors have it that Papoose is already working on a heartbreak mixtape, which is rumored to feature Conway, Benny the Butcher, and even Nas. As a full-fledged comeback to music, the rebrand may be loading. Meanwhile, EI has been seen throwing singles at a Philadelphia strip club with someone shouting in the background, "Child support is going to be crazy, bro." What will happen next? A family is in disarray, careers are in limbo, a baby is on the way that no one seems prepared for, and fans are more divided than ever. Half of them are yelling, "We're free Remy," while the other half are saying, cancel, her forever. However, regardless of your stance, one thing is certain. Black love has officially left the conversation, so here we are witnessing the ashes fall from what was once hip-hop's most unbreakable couple. The question is, who do you think is responsible for the biggest betrayal in the history of celebrity couples? Is Remy a victim of bad timing, or did she orchestrate the scenario? Is Eazy, the innocent battle rapper, caught in the crossfire, or did he block Captain and plunge straight into scandal? What about that baby? Share your theories, your hot takes, your memes, and your fake DNA results. We want it all in the comments because this story is far from over. Don't forget to like this video. As you already know, Gossip Spill Vibe remains 10 steps ahead of the drama, and we have receipts ready before the ink dries. Stay messy, stay awake, and hit subscribe and switch on notifications because the next twist might happen at any moment. In this game of love and commitment, keep in mind and leak files, no one is